everyone, it is Mona here at Craft Klatch, and today is Friday. That means it's another Coaster Friday. Today we're going to do a Scorpion coaster for Halloween. For this first Halloween coaster of the season, I'm going to use some acrylic paints on my mold. I'm going to use black, an orange, and a purple. And I'm just going to take my paintbrush, take all three colors, and just dab it all over the mold. Seems like a good Halloween combo to me. I'll just spread it around the edges as well. We'll get breaks in the paint, and that's okay. You can just keep filling it up with colors, or you can just let it dry. And we'll let it dry, and it's going to split in various different places. And we'll just let it be and take it from there. So remember, this is Halloween. It's not supposed to be pretty. The paint cured, and then I just took some orange paint and went over the whole thing just to fill in any of the areas that might not have properly been covered. So the other colors are still underneath there, and now I'm going to mix my fast curing resin. Once I have it mixed and I have 1 ounce, I'm going to pour it right on over the whole thing. In about 10 to 15 minutes, it will be completely cured. Here it is about halfway through. We're dry, and now all I want to do is add some paint to this. And I'm just going to do a very thin spotted coat. I'll start with a metallic black. And then we'll add a little bit of the orange. And then a little bit of that metallic purple. Now this can dry while I mix my resin. I've mixed 2 ounces of resin, and I have this bag of glow-in-the-dark scorpions left over from last year. I never got to a coaster with them last year. And we have this multicolored background. I have 2 ounces of resin because these scorpions are a little thick, so I'm going to pour 1 ounce roughly in there. I'm going to drop the scorpion in there. I'm going to take my lighter, pop the bubbles. I'll wait a minute or so and do it again. You want to let the bubbles have a chance to rise to the surface, especially since we're going a little thicker with this one. And my scorpion is in the resin, and now I'm going to take them and just put them right in the coaster. And I tested them in water. They don't seem to want to float, which is good. And now I'm going to add the rest of the resin. And I'll probably need to do another ounce because his back is still sticking out. And he's not floating. He's just very thick. So I'm going to take my lighter, pop the bubbles. I'll pop the bubbles a couple more times, and I will add 1 more ounce of resin. We are kind of actually losing him in here a little bit more than I anticipated. I have 1 more ounce of resin mix. I'm going to pour that right over. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then I'll take my lighter, pop the bubbles, and then we're going to let this sit a minimum of 12 hours before we pull it out of the mold. Here's the coaster cured. I would need just a tiny bit more of resin to fully get it submerged, but overall it's okay. As for the getting lost in the background, it was a little unexpected, and I don't know why it was that unexpected for me. And I don't know why. I should know better than that. So probably what I would do, or suggest if you want to try it, is paint the back of this just with a little bit of paint on there. It could be black paint, something just to give it a little bit of definition. Definitely a different color than your background is going to be. But you can see the background, and here is the back of it, and here's the side of it. And I just need to trim these edges off a little bit. And as for it being lost in the background, there could be 2 schools of thought on that. That's what bugs do. They kind of blend into their backgrounds. And the other is that when the lights go out, you have a surprise. I'm going to shoot it with a black light here just right now because the glowing never really shows up as well on camera as it does in person. So you can see it's there, and it will definitely glow at night. And you could have a totally black background or whatever you want to do. I'm going to go put a black light on it and take a picture of it so you can see it. And it'll be more blue, but normally it would glow more yellow. You can decide if this coaster was a success or not. That is up to you. And it's not one of my favorites, but I kind of like the surprise of the Scorpion at the same time. But you gotta just live and learn. I hope you guys like the Halloween coaster. I hope you give it a try. Sometimes things don't turn out as expected, but hopefully you learn something every time you try. So I will definitely see you next time. Remember, life is too short not to shimmer, so grab your glue gun and your glitter. Stay safe. Bye, guys.